Hi, this is Dr. Deepa Shetty here again, and I'm a health coach. Okay, now this is a story week, and we have been telling story every day, and every story was linked to a member of our family who brings so much of joy in our life. Some of the relationship in our life is given by God to us. We don't choose them. Our parents, our siblings, our our cousins, all of this comes to us as we are born in the family. But some of them is something which we choose, or which we, as we go ahead in our life, come into our life and become our family. So today I will start from today I'll start such relationship which has got so much of immense joy in my life. It's like having or extending your family to a greater origin. So one such relationship was the relationship which I got when I got married with a man in my life. So they say when two people marry, it's not only the two people who are getting together, but their families who are going to get together and form one big huge family. That's what I got. When I got married, I gained a family. And along with that, I gained all my in-law relationship. So we have mother, we father, we brother, sister, all of them in in-law form. So we have the sister-in-law, brother-in-law, mother-in-law, father-in-law, all of. So you put in-law only in besides that name, but you don't change whatever you have a feeling towards your brother and sister and mother and father. You don't change them. As I say that, we have heard a lot of stories about mother-in-law. A mother-in-law who tries to come into your life and tell you that you have come just now, but the husband which you have is my son and I am the first woman in his life, so don't try to be the other one. Or a mother-in-law who tries to come and tell you this is the right thing, this is the wrong thing, this is how you should follow the tradition of the family. Whatever you have learned in your family, you can't follow this out here. So this is how you should do things. Somebody who tries to make you more perfect. Then there is a mother-in-law who tries to really, see that are you really right for my son? So there are a lot of mother-in-law story we have heard. But I had been fortunate enough to have a mother-in-law who did none of this to me. I had a mother who followed a lot of traditional rituals. I never had to go through a lot of them in my in-laws place. In fact, once I remember while going to temple, I was told to take a head bath and I was so cribbing. I said, what is this whole thing about? Your heart should be clean. Why should your body be so clean? And where the God is going to see the body, the God is definitely going to see your heart. And if your heart is not clean, why? What is the use of having a bath? So I had this kind of thing against traditionals, all the traditional rituals from the time when my mother used to tell me. So I did say that to my husband, and the reply which my husband gave really made me think over, and I felt, yeah, he's right. He told me, you are here for some time, and then we are going to get back to our life. We're going to go back to our life here. You'll be there with my mother for some time. What happens if you just follow what she's been following since so long? I, and that really made me think. I was like, it won't make any difference in our professional lives, in our lives. Many a time we do a lot of things which sometimes we don't believe, but we do it because that's the rule of that area. I mean, in the bank that is the rule, or in the professional corporate office that's the rule. So we follow the rule just to keep the decorum of the whole office or the whole institution where we are. So what's the problem if we get into one house out there and if they are following some decor? What is the why do we hitch, or why do we feel so much that I didn't do this in my mother's place? Why should I do it here? So I really felt it's nothing if you just follow it. I mean, you really have a right to say what you think about the whole thing. But right now, what is important is just follow it. I mean, it will just give the person out there more happiness that you have been like her daughter. So that's what I did, and it really helped me ahead. There was another person out there, my mother-in-law sisters and all, who were the other sets of mother-in-law which I got, but I would say I got all of them as my mother, because all of them, even my mother-in-law sisters who were there, I still remember the way they welcomed me in their house when I was pregnant and I was carrying my daughter. The way they took care of me in the form of all the traditional rituals which they followed. I really got a lot of mothers out there when I got married. I got sisters as my sister-in-laws, in the form of, none of them did say me that you should not be doing this, you should be following that, or sometimes they did that in the initial phase, and I was really taken aback. I mean, I'd have to change after coming here. But then I think, if you ask me today, doing that for them for that point of time doesn't matter. It really doesn't take anything. Just do it, and then maybe you can really put your point of view. But at that point of time, I think giving them a pleasure that they are the senior members of this family and you are the junior, so ragging will take place. So go through the ragging, and then you can really say what you really want to put your point of view. I really had a bunch of in-laws in the form of sister-in-law. I got married with my brother-in-law. I mean, my sorry, that means I and my husband, when we got married, his brother also got married, and he also had a wife who came along the same day we got married. So I got a co-sister also that time, and she was so sweet. She's still so sweet. We had a lot of fun together. We had a lot of fun. I got married in a village. That itself was another fun. Which was it? Instead of having a grand marriage out there in the Bombay, calling so many people and all, I got married in midst of the nature in a beautiful place, and it was awesome. I really had a lot of great memories of that time, even with my co-sister, who's such a sweet female, that today also when she comes and meets me, it is full of love. It is so much of love that I can't describe, and I've been fortunate enough to have that. So that's something which will remain with me. All the people and members, my father-in-law, I forgot to mention, he's no more now, but I had lost my father when I was very small. So when I came here and I met my father-in-law, I used to really feel like, I used to miss my father a lot. So I felt I got my father. So I used to sit with him. He used to be asthmatic that time. So we used to sit together. We used to chat a bit. Once I had cooked khichdi, and I put a lot of salt in it. So my father-in-law was like, never put too much of salt. If you put a little salt, it's always good. But if you put too much of salt, then you can't remove it. So I was like, yeah, I will do that next time. So the things which they used to say, even when it used to be like, God, I just came, I just learned type of thing, but I never felt it like, it felt like a father is trying to correct you from your mistakes, and it was okay. Today, when I look back, I have a lot of fond memories with all my in-laws. All the people in my family are so sweet, so caring, so loving. And I've been fortunate to be showered with so much of love. Whenever I have niece also, because my elder sister-in-law has a daughter who is actually engineer and working and all, but she also feels like a friend. I have another sister-in-law's daughter who is also big enough. So all of them and all of us form such a big sweet family whenever I go to my native place, that I love to being with them. I just go with them, and then even my mother-in-law, when she comes here and all, it is sometimes they really want to feel like an elderly, and they give us a lot of messages, or rather a lot of things which they think has worked for them in their life, so they try to give it to us. And rather than opposing, you may not follow them, but you don't have to really oppose them like that. I have done my shares of arguments with my mother-in-law also, but having said that, I have got a lot of love from her too. Even when I was ill, even when I met with a fracture, she was the one who was to come and help me out. She's been one who has been always, whenever I call, if I don't call her up, she'll say, "Why didn't you call us up? I was waiting for your call." So it has been a beautiful journey to gain one more family member out there. And I would say, when we get married, we really gain a family. Saying that, I would say thank you to all my in-laws, all the people in my extended family, and I'm really blessed to have such a family. Thank you all. This is the story of in-laws, like a daughter-in-law out there telling about it. I didn't want it to be a doctor today. I wanted to be somebody who really cherish the relationship in your family. I hope you like this. Kindly like, share, and comment. And do let me know how you liked my video. Thank you. Stay tuned. See you again.